Hello students, welcome to all of you Shiksha 360. As all of you know basically that your third exam is basically of retail banking, clear? In retail banking they will ask even RBI circulars, clear? Basically from the book they will ask very less content, they will ask general content, clear? Like this year they will also include digital banking, clear? Even in digital banking they will ask not static, basically latest question regarding that, clear? So basically what are the latest circulars, what are the information provided them, clear? Basically they will ask those questions in examination, clear? So basically we will understand those topics, clear, with the help of these circulars, clear? So today we will discuss basically one circular that is that functions basically from the 1st of January 2021, clear? So this is our first discussion on the circular of ABM, and let's start our discussion that is basically on first discussion basically on usage of ATM, clear? Usage of automated teller machine or ATM or cash recyclers, clear? Basically in some banks this will also known as BNA basically known as bunch note acceptor, but bunch note acceptor, and basically if they are also helps to withdraw of cash, so basically they are generally known as the cash recycler machines, clear? Cash recycler machines, clear? So basically review of interchange fees and customer charges, clear? Review of interchange fees and customer charges, clear? Basically earlier what will happen basically from the 2014, clear? Basically from the 2014 the fees is the same, clear? Basically the fees is same, so the RBI has decided, clear, basically to increase the fees as the charges continuously going on increase, clear? Basically as the charges banks has to pay continuously going on increase, so basically RBI has decided, clear, review of interchange fees and customer charges, clear? So basically they will done review of interchange fees and customer charges, clear? So let's discuss what they are saying that, clear? So let's discuss basically usage of automated teller machine or cash recyclers, clear? So the Reserve Bank of India, clear, the Reserve Bank of India had constituted a committee, clear? The Reserve Bank of India has constituted a committee in June 2019, clear? The Reserve Bank of India has constituted a committee in June 2019 under the chairmanship of the Chief Executive Indian Banks Education Association, clear? Basically under the chairmanship of Chief Executive of the Indian Banks Association to review the entire government, clear? Basically to review the entire government of automated teller machine charges and fees with the particular focus on interchange structure for ATM transaction, clear? With particular focus on interchange transaction structure for the ATM transactions, clear? Like if the person has card of the SBI, clear, and they are doing the transaction on PNB ATM, clear? So basically here SBI has to pay some amount to the PNB, clear? Here SBI has to pay some amount for the, clear? Here SBI has pay some amount to the PNB, clear, for the transaction, clear? Basically for the transaction, clear? So that's why they are saying that, clear? Basically and structure for the or interchange fees, clear? That fees is basically known as the interchange fees, clear? And here they want to basically tell about the charges, clear? Tell about the charges that the bank has to pay some charges, clear? So basically how they will recover that charges, clear? Basically how they will recover that charges, so let's discuss, clear? In the examination what question they will ask, basically how much charges basically banks will take from the customer, clear? Earlier what was the charges and now what was the charges, clear? So basically you have to remember all these things because these are basically the highlighted issues, clear? So let's discuss. Basically it is also observed, clear? Basically as per the circular it is what they are saying, basically it is also observed that the last change in interchange fee structure for the ATM transaction was in the August 2012, clear? Basically when it was done basically in the August 2012, while the charges payable, clear, while the charges payable by customers were last revised in the August 2014, clear? Basically interchange fee structure basically for ATM transaction was basically changed in the year August 2012, and basically charge payable by the customers, clear, last revised in the year August 2014, clear? A substantial time has thus elapsed since these fees were last changed. Clear. Basically they are saying that basically it is a long time that these fees were last changed. Clear. So accordingly, given the increasing cost of ATM deployment, clear, basically now banks has to also pay more. Clear. So accordingly, given the increasing cost of ATM deployment and expenses towards ATM maintenance, clear, and expenses towards ATM maintenance incurred by the banks, clear, and expenses towards ATM maintenance incurred by the banks or white label ATM operators, clear. So one question for all of you, basically what are white label ATM, clear. So you have to tell basically what are white label ATMs, clear. We will discuss also in one session different types of ATM, but one question for all of you, clear. What are white label ATM operators, clear. What is white label ATM, clear, not operators, white label ATM, clear. So accordingly, given the increasing cost of, clear, accordingly given the increasing cost of ATM deployment and expenses towards ATM maintenance, clear, and expenses towards ATM maintenance incurred by banks, white label ATM operators as also considering the need to balance expectations of stakeholder entities and customer convenience, clear. It has been decided as under, clear. So what are the charges, clear. So basically white label ATM operators as also considering the need to balance expectations of stakeholder entities and customer convenience, it has been decided as under. So let's discuss basically. So basically what are the charges they will fix? Allow increase in interchange fee per transaction, clear. Allow increase in interchange fee per transaction from 15 rupees to 17 rupees for financial transaction, clear. Basically how much they will say increase? Basically from 15 rupees to 17 rupees for the financial transaction, and from 5 rupees to 6 rupees, clear, and from 5 rupees to 6 rupees for non-financial transactions in all centers, clear, and from 5 rupees to 6 rupees for basically for non-financial transaction in all centers, clear. And this shall be effective, clear. Basically when this shall be effective? From 1st of August 2021, clear, and this shall be effective basically from 1st of August 2021, clear. You have to remember that basically how much increase? Interchange fees per transaction from 15 rupees to 17 rupees for basically financial transactions, and for non-financial transactions basically it will increase from 5 rupees to 6 rupees, clear, 5 rupees to 6 rupees. And I think all of you are aware that basically many banks earlier, basically when you are changing your pin, clear, that is basically green pin on the ATMs or cash recyclers, clear, they will not charge anything, clear. But now basically many banks are charging 50 plus GST, clear, basically 59 rupees, clear, basically 59 rupees for that transaction also, clear, for that transaction also, clear. Next one is basically customers are eligible for 5 transactions, clear, 5 transactions that are which are free, clear. Very important is basically how many from the same bank and from the different bank, clear. In the rural, what is in the metro and non-metro, clear. So basically inclusive of basically 5 transactions, free transaction, basically inclusive of financial and non-financial transactions, clear, both, every month from their own bank ATMs, clear. Basically if they are transacting from their own bank ATM, that they are eligible for 5 free transactions, clear, that are inclusive of financial and non-financial transactions, clear. Next one is basically they are also eligible, clear, they are also eligible for free transactions inclusive of financial and non-financial transactions from other banks, clear. They are also eligible for free transactions from another banks, clear. But one important thing we have to remember here, basically 3 transactions in the metro cities, clear. Basically how many transactions are free? 3 transactions in the metro cities and 5 transactions in the non-metro cities, clear, and 5 transactions in the non-metro cities, clear. Basically 3 transactions in the metro cities and 5 transactions in the non-metro cities. Next one, earlier beyond the free transactions, clear, the ceiling or cap on customer charges is rupees 20 per transaction, clear. It is rupees 20 per transaction that the customer has to pay, clear, that the customer has to pay is rupees 20 per transaction, clear. Basically this is interchange fees, clear. This is different thing, this is a different thing, clear. Basically that the bank will charge from the customer, clear, after the free transactions, clear, that is rupees 20 per transaction, clear, that is rupees 20 per transaction, clear. Now this amount is enhanced, clear, now this amount is enhanced basically to compensate the banks, clear, basically to compensate the banks for the higher interchange fee, clear, basically which will be increased from 15 to 17 for the financial transaction, and from 5 to 6 basically for the non-financial transaction. Clear? So to compensate the banks for the higher interchange fees and given the general escalation in cost, clear, they are allowed to increase the customer charges to rupees 21 per transaction. Clear? Now that earlier it is to be rupees 20, now it is basically rupees 21 per transaction. Clear? And taxes etc. extra. Clear? This increase shall be effective from 1st of January 2022. Clear? And this increase shall be effective. Clear? Basically when this shall be effective, basically this increase shall be effective from 1st of January 2022. Clear? This is very important, and basically this increase shall be effective basically from 1st of January 2022. Clear? And applicable taxes if any shall be additionally paid. Clear? Sometimes basically like 21 plus GST, so basically you have to pay that much amount. Clear? Basically on that GST will be applicable. Clear? So basically how much GST? Basically 20, basically 18% GST. So basically how much you have to pay? 21 into 0.18, basically 18% plus, so approximately you have to pay in that basically 24.78. Clear? 24.78. Clear? Basically earlier basically customer has to pay after that 23.60, now basically 24.78 rupees. Clear? That is amount plus GST. Clear? So and these instructions are also apply mutis mandanis basically to transactions done at cash recycler machines. Clear? Other than the cash deposit transactions. Clear? Basically cash recyclers. So basically what are cash recyclers? Basically cash recyclers are basically both those machines which are performing the dual function. Clear? That is basically depositing the cash and also for the withdrawal of the cash. Clear? Basically these like free transaction is not only on the ATM. If you are doing the transaction through the cash recyclers, clear, like you are drawing the withdraw amount from the cash recycler, or you are doing the balance inquiry, or either the mini statement. Clear? So that are also included in that. Clear? Basically that are also included in that 5 transaction, even if you are doing the transacting on the cash recyclers. Clear? Even you are transacting on the cash recyclers. Clear? So that are basically they are saying that thing. Clear? So this is basically the introduction or basically overview of that circular, and we will expect. Clear? Basically we will expect these types of question in your examination. Clear? Basically as we have to prepare ourselves for all these things. Clear? Basically for all these latest updates. So I request to all of you, please write these points in your notebook. Clear? Please write these points in your notebook also. And very important thing, basically this directive is issued, as we know that basically all this comes under the Payment and Settlement Systems Act 2007. Clear? Which we have discussed in the JIB. Clear? So basically this directive, clear, basically this directive is issued under section 10.2. Clear? Basically under section 10.2, read with the section 18 of the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. Clear? Basically this directive is issued under section 10.2, read with the section 18. Clear? Basically read with the section 18 of Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. Clear? Basically as per the Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. Clear? So I think these are not anything typical to understand, so I request to all of you, please remember all these things. Clear? Please remember all these things, and thanks to all of you for watching this video. In the next session we will update you some other important sessions regarding the digital banking or RBI circulars. Clear? Basically digital banking, retail banking and RBI circulars are mostly the same thing. Clear? Basically 30 to 40% are the same. Clear? Even in the book you will find that mainly the circulars in the theoretical form. Clear? Basically in the paragraph form they will form the circulars. Clear? Rest there is nothing. Clear? Like what is SFMS, clear, structured financial messaging system, and what is we have already discussed like RTGS, NEFT. Clear? All these basically they have saying the same thing here. Clear? So we will discuss some other important circulars, government schemes side by side. Clear? So thanks to all of you for watching this video.